Hello, hello. So it is Wednesday, January 13th, and we just had a huge windstorm last night. Just pouring rain, huge gusts of wind. It was crazy. But it resulted in beautiful blue skies today and just sun. The wind blew all the clouds away. So can't be too upset about that. And I got thinking, I'm just like, you know what? I don't have any plans today. So I'm going to get out and go for a nature walk. And I figured I'd take you guys along with me. So let's go. So I've made it to my nature walk destination. Today I'm going to be walking at Stimpson Family Nature Reserve, and it's just outside of Bellingham off of Lakeway Drive, and kind of go out towards Sudden Valley area. There's a little parking area right off of the left-hand side. No park pass is needed at this location, and then I will scope out and see if there's any restrooms. None here at the trailhead that I can see, but there might be some in the park potentially. So I think I'll get out and go check it out. There's the turnoff. There's the parking area, and I totally didn't know so when I was driving in, but totally restrooms. So, got a couple of different options here. There's a 2-mile loop, 3.2-mile loop, and a 4.4-mile loop. It gets both the loops combined. And yeah, so I figured this would be a good option so that I could, go a shorter distance and then stop and turn back depending on time. But if I wanted to go out and stay out a little longer, then I could too. So, check it out. It's 1 o'clock right now. Reminds me, I should turn on my radio. Alright, you know what time it is. Trail spec time. So, this hike has the potential to be around 4 to 5 miles depending on which loops you decide to take. I decided just to do the main loop today, so I'll be going a little over 3 miles round trip with an elevation gain of around 300 feet according to the Washington Trail Association page, highest point being nearly 800 feet. So I had these sunglasses on because it was so bright, but once you get like a few steps into the park, it's pretty much completely shaded by trees. So yeah, I'm not walking super close by anybody, so I'll just take that off for right now. I'll be curious to see how much how many branches are down over here. There's a fair amount that's down kind of off on the sides. You can kind of see this sort of stuff here from our windstorm last night. And I can't tell if some of this stuff is from that as well and just kind of moved off of the trail. So here's the main loop signage here, so it looks like it probably comes back around this way. But we're gonna go this way. And yeah, as you can tell, there's a fair amount of folks out here. Just trying to make sure everybody's got their space though. Ooh, bets on whether that came down last night. Looks like it might be freshly down. Wow. Just look at all this. I feel like all of that was just shaking loose from the treetops last night. This is intense. Wow. Whoop. tripping on sticks. Honestly though, I have to say it's like, even though there's quite a bit of downed branches, it's nothing too crazy. It's really easy to navigate. Really cool little stream. One of my goals for the new year, it's kind of just like a loose goal, but something I'm trying to target, not necessarily a resolution, but kind of, I guess, was to backpack more this year. And I was targeting to go on at least 4 backpacking trips. I didn't backpack at all last year. So, I mean, I got out with my backpacking gear on a lot of hikes, which was good. Just kind of testing the weight of all of that was helpful. But this year I want to actually go out and camp, backpack proper. Even if it's just for a night. I want to try some of like varying difficulties and distance, so we'll see how that goes. But getting out more like this every day, just kind of getting my body acclimated to different temperatures and different trails, I think is a good groundwork, good starting point. Alright, so we're here, we're at a junction. We've got just the main loop, which will go this way. Or I can go check out the pond. I think I'm just gonna stay on the main loop today. 3 miles is a decent distance, and if I had started out earlier in the day, maybe before lunch, this is like my only activity for the day, maybe I'd do the full like 4.4 miles, but I think 3 mile is pretty decent too. So I'm walking along and I see this big tree down, and yeah, I realized that it's like right over the trail. So it's the trail over there. It's a little too tall to climb over, I think, so let's get under it here. Eep. Alright, I got this. No problem. Easy. I'm not entirely sure if that's fresh or not. If it was, I would not have wanted to be out here when that happened. Eek. Gosh, honestly, a lot of this coming this way is just a mess. I think these areas are probably worse off than I was expecting them to be. Worse off than the other parts of the trail. Is this why nobody's over here? I picked this direction because it seemed like less people are going this way, but part of me wonders if it has anything to do with just the fact that it's like you almost lose the trail in places. There's so much debris. But it's not bad enough that you're gonna get lost. So that's good at least. We'll see how the rest of it is. Wish me had to climb over this tree back here that looks like it probably fell recently. It's there's some gnarly stuff out there. It's been interesting to see the carnage, though. I'm curious to see what else I come across. Check that out. That tree is like just splintered right down the center. Huh. More tree on the trail. I might be able to duck under this one, I think. Let's find out. I feel like I'm about to play some weird game of nature limbo. Alright, nature limbo. Here I go. I did it. Good thing I got my squats on today. Whew. It's a bit muddy. I was coming down around this corner and more tree carnage. Oh, there's this one tree here, and then this other tree right there. That looks fresh. Looks pretty fresh to me. Alright, time for more limbo. Nature limbo. Ugh. I feel like if I was doing proper limbo, I would be going under like this, but I ain't about doing that today. Oof. Oh, the sun filtering through the trees. It's so quiet. It's just magical. Gotta watch out for this little guy on the trail. Oh, focus. Just dangling right in the middle of the trail. Alright, so that was today's nature walk, nature hike. I'll let you guys decide if you think it was more of a walk or more of a hike. But regardless, I'm really glad that I got out and got walking today because it's been gross outside. This is probably the first like proper nature walk hike that I've done since the beginning of the year. And I actually recently was offered a job and will be starting work again here in the next little over a week. So not next week, but the week after. And so I realized that I would not have the opportunity to just go out on a whim 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday when the weather's nice and get out and hike. So I have to take advantage of it while I can. And so I'll pose a question to you guys. What have you been doing outside this new year? And if you haven't been doing anything outside, what do you wish you could be doing outside right now? And hopefully we'll get out and do some more of these here soon. So if you guys haven't already this year, I'll tell you now, take a hike. See you later.